guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Kyuujin cosplay, and today we are back again with To Your Eternity, episode 4.
Yes.
So that freaking bear is dead. We killed it.
As a dog, by the way.
It was
wolf.
pretty.
As a wolf. It's a dog.
It's a wolf.
It's a dog. Anyway, we were wondering if the orb could go back to previous forms, and apparently it can, although we haven't switched back to human yet. But we switched back to wolf when Marchi, who gave us food, you know, it was gentle to us. It gave us what we needed, so we created a bond with her. We followed, we saw she was in danger, so we attacked the bear, and we kept being hurt, but we also kept regenerating because we learned how to do that quick.
We also felt the bear's pain.
Bear's pain.
Yeah.
Yes, which is interesting because, I mean, the orb's goal is to gather that information, you know, feel what other things are feeling, connect with those things. We were wondering if the connection was going to give it the chance to transform into a bear too. We didn't see that, but maybe that helped how to, you know, kill it more efficiently. I don't know.
Go in first the most.
Maybe, but we did manage to kill the bear, and the worshipper that, because I don't know her name, but I don't remember. The worshipper that gave up March saw this, and she was in awe. This is an act of the gods. She wants to bring back everything, both Marchi, her friend, us, we have a name now, Fu, yeah? So, Fu and the bear's dead body.
How?
I don't know.
How are they gonna pull that bear? There are like 4 of them.
I don't know, they'll try. They'll manage, it's anime. She wants to bring all of them back to her village and keep it a secret, at least for now, that they survived and that this went on. So we'll see what's the plan and what happens next. But we said yes because it was that or death and we must survive. So this is where we are right now, going to that village. I wonder if it's going to be that different from March's village. And I wonder what new interactions we'll get. And we did say arigato last episode, so will we learn more
Arigato.
speech? Yes. I want to see all of that. So let's jump in this episode and see what happens. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to know when these episodes come out. And check out our Patreon for the full reactions.
Okay, let's do this.
I would maybe cosplay her. I don't know. It's a thing we do always during finales when we have time, and I don't know if we will do it with To Your Eternity, but if we do, I'm thinking of her, perhaps.
Well, we might.
It is only episode
we got
4.
time. We still got time, so
Yes.
yeah, maybe.
We'll think about this. Anyway, so I didn't think, you know, we're gonna learn through what it can do, through the abilities that Fu's got. Apparently, whenever it connects with something, if it has an impact, whether it's emotional or, you know, to transform it needs bigger things than just an interaction. But the interaction allows them to connect and use them even to a certain degree. It created spears with his end. So this is pretty cool because that spear hurt us. So now we understand, and then we hurt that man. He reacted, it hurts, new emotion, new feeling, and we put a word to it.
Yep.
So now that we understand this and we can, you know, realize, oh, what he felt is similar to what I felt. So then it's also similar to what that bear felt, and we can connect because we felt those emotions back when we fought him.
We're putting words to sensation.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that he's feeling the pain, technically.
Well, that orb's ability is to feel the things around him. So
Okay,
I would guess that if that bear is there...
He can feel it, but I don't think that he's bothered by it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it wasn't limping or anything, but it felt it. It was strong enough for him to want to get closer to the bear. You know, and it says it out loud. So he's expressing the emotions that bear can't express. And that was really sad with the whole, you know, it hurts, and then she kept taking care of him. Thank you. Oh, now we are, I mean, it's communication, but, and that bear, you know, is an animal at the end of the day, you know, it's a human that hurts people is one thing, because a human has the intelligence and the emotional intelligence to understand that what he's doing is hurting someone. But a bear, an animal, it's instinct. And considering he was full of spikes, he was bleeding from everywhere, He was really hurt. He was just lashing out. Saying it like March, maybe not. You know, you're just a bear who enjoys human meat. I'm like, yeah, when you say it like that, it's a bit creepy. But at the end of the day, it's an animal. It eats to survive. It's about survival. Trying to survive those wounds, trying to survive in an environment where humans branded him a monster because of his size and because of the fact that he's a bear.
Yeah.
So that bear is just trying to survive, and it was shown pain and resentment probably for his entire life till March came along, and March, being a little girl, being very naive and being very new to all of this, takes it in differently, kind of like the orb. She's taking it a lot differently than adults would, and she connects. She's a prisoner. That bear is a prisoner. That bear is bleeding. That bear is hurt.
Did you think that maybe she would have reacted differently if she saw that bear eating alive one of the guards or attacking people?
Maybe she would have been scared a bit if she had seen it attack, but maybe also seeing that Fu wasn't afraid of the bear and Fu was just willingly going to the bear would have helped.
So she's acting based on what Fu is doing?
I mean, she was scared of Fu too at the beginning. It's scary, and then she's a child. Children adapt much
Really
better,
well.
much better than adults, and
Yeah.
maybe that would have been enough considering her new position. And by the way, I thought, at first I was questioning maybe why people were so gentle, and we were saying, they wanted to keep it a secret that they were alive, and then she let her start something with a letter, but then she would let her start something with a letter because she knows that she won't be able to find her parents. That letter will never make it to her parents. So that smile was just venomous. And of course, I didn't know the bear had survived, but they would keep trying to milk that story for power. This was the whole purpose of the whole tradition to begin with, which is sick. And so they were a problem. And then the elders over there are also a problem, because if we just tell them, we killed the monster, the god that you're so afraid of, they won't believe it. So
Just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again.
So basically, like I forgot the name of the place, but the village that started it. No, that's the other one. The
Yanome.
village, Yanome. Okay, so Yanome, the village that started it, is the problem for. But they didn't start the whole thing, but they are using the tradition to keep using those other villages, those other regions. So they are a problem for sure. They need to be taken care of. But as soon as Ninana, as soon as Ninana understands that, they've been taken advantage of and they should not follow those traditions any longer because there's no point, they would be able to prosper on their own. So right now they're just the slaves of the elders from their village who are blinded by their traditions, and they're also the slaves of that other village. Yanome, sorry. I'm really bad with names. So they're also slaves of Yanome, who got basically they're much more advanced technologically and with what their culture is now today. They know a lot more than Ninana, so it's easier maybe for them to move on and separate themselves from the traditions. So they are using them because of that separation, whereas Ninana is depending on those traditions.
Yeah.
So as soon as you can break that bond of dependence that we have with Yanome, we can prosper on our own. But for that to happen, we need to get there.
But that's gonna be difficult because Yanome wants to take possession of the lands where Ninana is situated.
No, it's not gonna be over with just basically it's gonna open the eyes of the people in Ninana, which is it's the beginning of everything. After that, if there's a war, okay, but it's kind of like the same situation with the bear, where I was saying, you should realize that instead of falling on your knees and trying to please that bear, and now I feel bad for saying that actually, because if I think about it, I was preaching let's kill the bear, whereas today I'm that bear's suffering.
Okay. To be fair though, for us, human being, an animal that kill and eat human flesh is dangerous for us because it won't be scared of us.
Well, it depends on how it started.
If you want to survive, yes, you need to kill that bear.
It depends on how it started. If the bear attacked a village, destroyed the place, and then was, an active threat to the people there, I get it. then in that case they should have probably attacked or killed it instead of worshipping it. And the way they played it there, we don't know. Maybe they just saw the bear, got scared, and tried to kill it. So in that case, I do feel pity. I mean, I do feel pity for animals that get killed, in any situation, whether it's for food or anything. Some cultures thank the animals when they kill them for food, because despite the fact that you feel entitled because you gotta eat and you kill those animals for your own food, those animals are still a sacrifice. It's not because they're animals that they mean less than you with your life. So I would feel bad for that bear, because the bear is just what it is. It didn't ask to be this. It is what it is, and people are fearing him for that. Unfortunately, it is also a killing, machine that kill humans, I guess. So it would be a threat. But then when I was saying last episode, instead of murdering your children for that tradition, which you do not understand because of fear, because you thought it was an easier choice, you should have maybe found the courage inside of you to protest and rebel against that tradition. And heck, it looks like, I was asking why killing one little girl would keep that bear away. That bear was still, going around and doing its thing. So killing that one little girl was not going to change things. They probably could have just stopped sacrificing little girls, and that the bear would not change. Stuff would still go on. So in my opinion, it's all about them being blind to the religion.
It's like the old woman said. The fact that Yanome told Ninana to, if you keep giving us your little girls, we're gonna protect you from that bear and that thing. I'm sorry, guys.
They didn't say they would protect anyone.
Yep.
They said killing that little girl was gonna protect the world. It's a sacrifice. That girl dies so the world lives. But that's not how it works, because that bear is not a god. That bear would kill, for food and keep going. The bear killed Fu. No little girl sacrifice changed that. It would have killed anyone, any traveler it would have found it to eat.
If I remember correctly, the older woman said, if you kept following those traditions, we're gonna help you with resources. That's what they said, right?
And that's part of the thing. Yeah, you are part of the tradition and you help, and then we can have an arrangement.
Yeah.
But they're just exploiting the resources of Ninana. So basically, it's just they're blinded by the tradition.
Sure.
And the tradition wasn't necessary, and instead of questioning it, they just went with the safety and lack of fear.
It is easy to just go with what you feel comfortable with. So I think that you did for many years, and you don't just question it.
I know, but when it means killing your little girls, innocent people from your village without any proof that it actually works.
What would you say if, while you were growing up, every single year your village sacrificed someone for some diet?
I would say the same thing. It's wrong. Some people realized it. The younger generation seem to be saying, this is wrong, because they were the ones suffering. They're the ones that lost people. Yeah, of course, it's about growing up and being told over and over again that this is the way things should be. And that's wrong. That's twisted.
Well, unfortunately, some people are gonna just stop right there. That this is how things should be.
You don't have to explain that to me. I understand. It doesn't mean it's not wrong.
Yeah, true.
And in any case, this whole situation was fucked up, and no one reacted. And it's kind of the same thing with Yanome. Jesus, my name game.
The one with electricity, Yanome, yeah.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of stuff, and if we do open our eyes and there is a war after that because they still want our resources, like I said, it's the same with the bear situation. We will stop, closing our eyes to a situation and be like, oh no, it's fine. Like, they're using our resources, but technically they're helping. Like, we'll just have to face the facts. It's gonna be bad, leaving the tradition and ending up with a war. If there is a war, it's bad, but it's better than sacrificing your people for no reason. In my opinion, one life is enough of a reason to go to war and kill other people. No, but if that's the resulting, there are different kinds of bad, and in this case, if war is the solution, unfortunately, so be it. But it's better than to be blind to what's happening and to be a tool, a puppet, and to sacrifice innocent people.
I think what you meant was it is better to go to war, fight for something, and die for something that is worth fighting for.
I don't say Ninana go to Yanome's
but
door and attack them.
If they decided to rebel and go against the oppression of Yanome, and people die because of it, but they die because they want to be free of them. They want to be free.
The reason is better.
It's better to just sacrifice little girls for nothing.
Like, you make your life worth something. Yeah, you understand that at least.
It's still bad, but it's better than the other option.
Well, it's still bad, but there's an end to this. You know, if once it's over, you get to live your life, and the new generation gets to grow older and live not in fear.
They get to be grown up.
Yes. Anyway, so we did connect with the bear this episode. That was the other part of the whole story.
I don't remember that girl's name. Sorry, the one who's the bad archer or Nene.
The archer, because I don't remember either.
Just call her Nene.
Well,
March called her Nene.
They said the full name, but I forgot.
Sorry, but she's so resourceful.
Yeah. She had to be. Apparently, she was an outcast.
I don't believe that she made a rope with foos for like that.
Well, have you never seen Naked and Alone and Naked and Afraid?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't even the same materials or colors.
I know, but you make rope out of threads.
I know.
So, and I mean, it wasn't that solid, but it worked because that's how you do a rope with threads. It's just normally it's stronger than just hair. Fur in this case.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, she is resourceful, and since we know that she was sent out of the village, I don't know how she came back, and why they accepted her back, considering they really hated the fact that she hid from the
I think she was living just beside, not in the village.
Yeah, but she was allowed in the village. She was allowed to train with the people there. Or maybe she was cast out from that side, because they said it was really big, so maybe she was cast out from that village.
From that district.
Yeah, that village and that district, and she was living in another one.
Maybe.
But she probably had to handle herself from a young age, which is why she's that clever.
All right.
I mean, that explains everything. Okay, so that was episode 4. Yep, we'll move on to the 5th one. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Yes, and if not, the next one will be out on YouTube next week. So, see you then, guys.
Bye.